What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video, which I'm really excited for because it is the first cooking video on the channel. If you saw the first Let's Play of Ghost of Tsushima, you would know that I really enjoy cooking. It's a passion that I've gotten to in recent years. Um, and so I'm excited to share that passion with the YouTube community and build a community here that may enjoy gaming, but also enjoys cooking. And there are other things that I have planned for down the road, but I don't want to get into those too early. Um, but by the way, if you haven't checked out Ghost of Tsushima and that playlist, I am updating that Wednesdays and Sundays. So the first episode, there were a lot of problems with it in terms of the sound. A lot of those I fixed for the second episode. So the second episode has great audio quality, in my opinion. And so yeah, it's a lot better. I'd say go check that one out and check both out so you can stay continuous in the story. But anyway, so the point of the cooking channel on the cooking segment of this channel is one, to put out food that I like to make, but two is to really throw out dishes that people can make easily at home, that you would traditionally buy at a restaurant, like the chicken sandwich that's gonna be in today's video. Um, yeah, but show people that you can make food at home that's affordable. Not this video, but healthy. Today's video is affordable, but not healthy, is what I mean. Um, Easy to make and also tastes really good. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So the meat we're going to be using for this sandwich is chicken breast. I like more humane methods of raising animals, so I chose free range. In order to get more reasonable portions and also cook the chicken evenly and quickly, we're going to be cutting the chicken breast in half. So in order to cut the chicken breast in half, what you have to do is put pressure on the top of the chicken breast, as you can see, and place the knife halfway down the height of the chicken breast and gently cut through. It'll be really easy as chicken breast is a pretty soft tissue. So what you want to do is mince 4 cloves of garlic. Now my garlic mincing technique is not very good, so please don't judge. But what you want to do is crush the garlic with the back of your knife and then get to mincing. Next, the seasoning mix for the marinade will be 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of onion powder. Next, you're going to need 2 cups of buttermilk. This is very lightly seasoned, so feel free to increase the seasoning for a stronger spice flavor. The next thing you want to do is pour your 2 cups of buttermilk into a Ziploc bag. Followed by the seasoning blend that you prepared before. Next will be a third of a cup of hot sauce. Followed lastly by the minced garlic. The finer you mince the garlic, the more flavor you will get of garlic in the final dish. Next, you're gonna want to mix up the season mix with the buttermilk until there are no chunks of seasoning left. Now that the seasoning is mixed in with the buttermilk, what you're going to want to do is put each of the halves of a chicken breast into the mix and make sure they're evenly coated. The reason why buttermilk is used for chicken is that it has acidity to it, but not too much acidity. What the acidity does is it breaks down the muscles of the muscle fibers of the meat, which makes it more tender and also allows the chicken to be juicier. Buttermilk also imparts a nice flavor into the food. Unlike vinegar or lemon juice, buttermilk is not too acidic to the point where after marinating it for too long, it becomes dry. Once the chicken is in a Ziploc bag, you can place it into the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. If you want to make the chicken the day of, skip the Ziploc bag and allow the chicken to marinate for 30 minutes to an hour in a bowl with this same mixture. Whether you marinate it overnight or for 30 minutes to an hour, it's time to make the flour mix. So you're going to want 1.5 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of basil, and 1.5 teaspoons of parsley. Then you're going to want to mix well. Next thing we're going to want to make is an egg wash. Now the point of the egg wash is one, to help the flour bind to the chicken, but it's also to aid in texture of the chicken. What you're going to want to do is whisk together 2 eggs. Once you have the eggs beat, you're going to want to add half a cup of buttermilk. Then continue to whisk. After your chicken is done marinating, what you're going to want to do is take it out of the bag and place it onto a cooling rack that is above a pan lined with paper towel. Next, you're going to season by sight with paprika, next season fully with cayenne pepper, followed by seasoning with basil, and finally season with parsley. This may look like a lot of seasoning, however, a lot of the seasoning will be lost in 1, the egg wash, and 2, also while frying. Next is going to be seasoning with pepper, and finally seasoning with salt. Make sure that you season both sides of the chicken. Your chicken should look very well seasoned like this. Again, don't be afraid of this being too seasoned because of the fact that we're going to lose some of it in this egg wash. So for the egg wash, what you're going to want to do is take the chicken breast and place it in the wash until it's evenly coated. Next, you're going to want to put the piece of chicken inside of the flour and make sure that you evenly coat it or evenly bread it. Another technique that you could use for breading the chicken is placing the flour mix into a bag and chicken as well and shaking until it's evenly coated. Another method is placing the chicken on top of the flour and tossing the bowl as if you're sauteing something in a pan. Both of those methods alleviate pressure of your fingers, which takes off flour and also mashes flour into the chicken, making it more matte. Make sure to clean off your workstation with soap and water so that you can prevent the spread of bacteria such as salmonella, which is in both flour and chicken. My chicken wasn't breaded very well, so I'm going back through with a second coating of flour. Next, what you're going to want to do is make the sauce, which calls for half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of honey mustard, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, as well as 1 teaspoon of ketchup. Now you're going to want to make sure you mix it well. Now it's time to fry the chicken. So the goal temperature that you want your oil to be at is 350 degrees. One way you can test that is with a thermometer, and another way is by dropping a small bit of flour into the oil. If it sizzles and moves around in the pan, then you're good. However, if it browns very quickly, then your temperature is most likely too high, and if it does not sizzle, then your temperature is too low. As you can see, the safest way to place food into hot oil is by placing the bottom end as close to you as possible and the end that's in your hand as far away from you as possible. That way no grease splatter can pop onto you. You'd rather it pop onto the stove than onto yourself and risk burning. Make sure to measure your temperature and keep it as close to 350 degrees as possible. Of course, when you first add the chicken to the oil, the temperature of the oil will decrease, so make sure to change the heat setting. After about 3 to 4 minutes, you're going to want to flip the chicken breast. Remember that since these are half of a breast, they're going to take less time to cook than a full chicken breast, which a full chicken breast takes anywhere from 12 to 16 minutes to cook inside of hot oil. Make sure to constantly flip, but not too often. The reason you want to flip multiple times is so that the crust on one side doesn't brown too much. Ta-da! Congratulations, you now have your chicken patties, which just leaves us the task of making the sandwich. So to start with, you're gonna wanna toast your bread. You can use any type of bun. However, the best type of bun is a brioche bun. It's the same bun that Popeyes uses, and it's really good. Has a nice buttery taste and fluffy texture. The toasting adds a nice crunch. So you're gonna wanna layer up the bottom with sauce, that special sauce that you made, as well as pickles. Next, you're gonna wanna add the chicken patty on top, followed by sauce on top of the top bun. Once you place the bun on top, that's a complete sandwich. To test whether your chicken breast is fully cooked or not, you can always cut into it, and when you do cut into it, you should see all white, as you're about to see. Another way, a surefire way, is by checking the internal temperature. The internal temperature of chicken should be 165 degrees Fahrenheit. But as you can see, this is cooked to perfection. And I can attest that it tastes great. So now we have some B-roll showing the deluxe version of the sandwich, which I will show the assembly of now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video learning how to cook a chicken sandwich at home from scratch, including the sauce that goes with it, which the sauce is really good with fries. I'll put that out there, but you guys can be the judge of that when you make it. So at the end of each of these videos where I cook something, I just want to talk about cooking at home, and because I know I'm a college student and, you know, I have to be affordable in how I spend my money, budget. And cooking at home is a lot less expensive over time than eating at fast food. So I actually pulled up some math, taking the cost of the purchase that I made for this food, and then also looking at the competitors like Chick-fil-A, namely, and Popeyes. So the cost of this dish, including taxes, came out to $30 to get, let's see, I got pickles, buns, honey mustard, which some people might have honey mustard at home, but I know most people probably don't. I didn't, at least. Not going to make the assumption. So I added that to the list since it's an ingredient that you'll have to go out and get. Then we have the chicken, lettuce, tomato, and the potatoes. So 7 different ingredients all came out to $29.93 with tax, but I'll round it up to 30. And it made 6 sandwiches and enough fries to feed all of those sandwiches, like with meals. And so the cost is $30, $5 per sandwich, $5 per meal. Now, if you look at the competitors, one being Popeyes, Popeyes doesn't have a deluxe version of their sandwich. They just have a base version, and that sandwich costs $7.99 from what I could see on their website. And Chick-fil-A, I couldn't find the combo on their website. They only show the sandwich price on their website, which is $4.19 before tax. But The website that I went to find the information listed a lower cost for their chicken sandwich, which means the cost that I got for their combo, which is $7.59, is most likely less than the actual cost is, since the sandwich by itself is less than the actual cost is on their own site. But using that cost anyway, we come out to $30 for 6 sandwiches, homemade, $47.94 for 6 sandwiches at Popeyes, and $45.54. Again, I believe this is lower than it will actually be. I believe Chick-fil-A is more expensive than Popeyes. Comes out is for Chick-fil-A, $45.54, if I didn't say the number, sorry. So this doesn't include gas money. Now people will say, hey, don't I have to go to the grocery store? You only have to go to the grocery store once. In order to get 6 chicken sandwiches from these restaurants, unless you're buying, you wouldn't buy 6 at a time, but I could see you buying 2 at a time maybe. You'd have to go to the restaurant minimum 3 times, but more realistically, 6 times. So the gas money to go to that store 6 times versus go to a grocery store 1 time and buy all of the ingredients at once. Not only is the ingredient cost less for each meal, but also you save on gas money. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. This may not be a healthy meal like a lot of the meals that I put on here will be, but it still shows the affordability of cooking at home, the ease of cooking at home, and the fact that you can make things that taste good and comparable, if not better, than things that you get at a restaurant. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe for more coming. I'll be having more food videos, more gaming videos, actually a special gaming video that I'll at least be filming this weekend. So look out for that one. I think it'll be enjoyable. Maybe 2. Who knows? Ghost of Tsushima, that gameplay will be coming on Wednesdays and Sundays. So make sure to watch out for those. And yeah, leave a like and comment for any requests that you guys want me to cook, and any feedback that you want to have, like that you have for me, and any conversations you want to have, and I'll make sure to answer them down in the comments below. With that, I'm going to say have a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.